Chicago is one of the most iconic cities in the United States, known for its stunning architecture, delicious food, and rich history. Whether you're a longtime resident or a first-time visitor, there's always something new to discover in the Windy City. In this video, I'll be sharing 20 fun facts about Chicago that you might not have known. Fact 1. The Ferris Wheel was invented in Chicago. Chicago's most famous attraction, the Ferris Wheel, was invented by George Ferris for the 1893 World's Columbian Exposition. Fact 2. The Chicago River is dyed green every St. Patrick's Day. To celebrate St. Patrick's Day, the Chicago River is dyed green, a tradition that dates back to 1962. Fact 3. Chicago is the birthplace of the skyscraper. Chicago's home insurance building, built in 1885, was the world's first skyscraper. Fact 4. The city has the largest public library system in the United States. The Chicago Public Library has 80 branches and is the largest public library system in the country. Fact 5. Chicago is home to the oldest continuously operating humor magazine. The Chicago-based magazine, The Onion, was founded in 1988 and is the oldest continuously operating humor magazine in the United States. Fact 6. The first televised presidential debate took place in Chicago. The first televised presidential debate in the United States was held at the WBBM TV studios in Chicago on September 26, 1960, between John F. Kennedy and Richard Nixon. Fact 7. Chicago is known as the Windy City. Chicago is known as the Windy City, not because of its weather, but because of its politicians who were known for being full of hot air. Fact 8. The Chicago Cubs baseball team has the longest championship drought in American professional sports. The Chicago Cubs won the World Series in 1908 and did not win another championship until 2016, the longest championship drought in American professional sports. Fact 9. The Art Institute of Chicago is one of the oldest and largest art museums in the United States. The Art Institute of Chicago, founded in 1879, is one of the oldest and largest art museums in the United States. Fact 10. Chicago has more than 7,000 restaurants. Chicago is known for its delicious food and has more than 7,000 restaurants. Fact 11. The Sears Tower was once the tallest building in the world. The Willis Tower, formerly known as the Sears Tower, was the tallest building in the world when it was completed in 1973. Fact 12. The Chicago Blackhawks hockey team has won 6 Stanley Cup championships. The Chicago Blackhawks have won 6 Stanley Cup championships, most recently in 2015. Fact 13. Chicago is the birthplace of the electric blues. Chicago is considered the birthplace of the electric blues, a genre of blues music that features amplified instruments. Fact 14. The Chicago Water Tower is one of the only buildings to survive the Great Chicago Fire. The Chicago Water Tower, built in 1869, is one of the only buildings to survive the Great Chicago Fire of 1871. Fact 15. Chicago has a beach in the middle of the city. North Avenue Beach is located in the middle of Chicago and is a popular destination for swimming and sunbathing. Fact 16. The Chicago L is the second oldest rapid transit system in the United States. The Chicago L is the second oldest rapid transit system in the United States, after the New York City subway. Fact 17. Chicago is home to the largest collection of Impressionist and Post-Impressionist art outside of France. The Art Institute of Chicago has the largest collection of Impressionist and Post-Impressionist art outside of France, including works by Claude Monet, Vincent van Gogh, and Georges Seurat. Fact 18. Chicago is the birthplace of the ice cream sundae. The ice cream sundae was invented in Evanston, a suburb of Chicago, in 1892. Fact 19. Chicago has the second largest Mexican population in the United States. Chicago has the second largest Mexican population in the United States, after Los Angeles. Fact 20. The Chicago Bulls basketball team won 6 NBA championships in the 1990s. Led by Michael Jordan, the Chicago Bulls won 6 NBA championships in the 1990s. Chicago is a city full of surprises and interesting facts. From the invention of the Ferris wheel to the birthplace of the ice cream sundae, there's no shortage of unique and fun tidbits about the Windy City. Whether you're a resident or a visitor, Chicago always has something new to discover and explore.